Okay, so I've had a couple of parents email me or students ask if there's somewhere that they can find information about the class or if there's something that could help. So I just wanted to make a video, a short video about what's on my class website. So as you can see up here, it's mrsmyersmathclass.weebly.com. And when you go to that web address, this is what will pop up. So you just click on whichever class your child is in or whichever class you're in. And so I'm going to show Secondary Math 2 Honors. So I'm going to click on that. And then this is just a brief overview of what students learn in Secondary Math 2. Here's a copy of the disclosure. And then in-class notes, newsletters, and remind announcements. That's what we have along the side. And also, if you go up to the top, there's like a drop-down menu so you can go quicker to different pages. So if we go to the in-class notes, this lists all of the chapters or modules that we will do. So we just took the Module 9 test, and this is an overview of what we did in class. So if you look at this, on the first day we talked about the disclosure, and we watched a video about growth mindset, and this is the class schedule for Module 9 and the disclosure. And then we talked about probability. So here I have a video about probability, and I also include partial homework keys. So all you have to do is click on this and it'll download the file, and then you can open it. And this has some of the answer keys or some of the answers from the homework on it. And then other things is I usually have a video about the things that we've done in class. So you can open this up, and this is about two-way frequency tables and Venn diagrams. And then I have another example about a tree diagram. The homework assignments are on here, partial keys, like I said. And then I always post the full test review key on the website. And lastly, on test days, I have the students turn in their notebook that they keep in class. So I upload a copy of the notebook notes, and so they can check what notes they should have in their notebook for that notebook check. So I'm just going to download this and open it up so I can show you what's on there and talk about what I ask them to have in their notebook. So on here, first I have the table of contents. So I ask them to have the table of contents filled in with the date and the title of the page, and then which chapter it's in the page. And then I just have a copy of all of the pages that we do. So if a student is gone, they can copy down the notes, or if they didn't quite finish something, or if they didn't understand it, like they didn't understand what they wrote down, they could look at my notes. And this is a good way for them to prepare for the notebook check. So this is the rubric that I use. So the condition of the notebook, usually they get perfect, but if there's pages or if there's inserts that aren't glued in, or if they have ripped pages or the notes are all disorganized, then they would get a 0. They have to have the table of contents up to date, and then they get points for each of the different sets of notes. So we just finished chapter 9, so I'll go to chapter 1 or module 1, and this is on quadratic equations or quadratic functions. And so this is 2 helpful videos it's on background knowledge that they should already have on sequences. So if they needed some review, there's this. And then today is the 11th. So for A day, we talked about 1.4 and 1.5, and this was their homework for today and a partial key for that homework. And then the schedule is also on here. So next time we're doing an activity with 1.7, then on the 17th and 18th, we have a test review. And on the 19th and 20th, we have our Module 1 test. So if you click on this file, it's just the same thing as for Module 9, but it's the Module 1 things that they should have in there. So once again, there's the table of contents, and then a copy of the notes that they should have in their notebook for the test. And it just looks like this. And then the rubric is on there so they can see how they'll be graded. So I also have a Remind group, which if you aren't a part of, it would be a great option to stay up to date with things we're doing in class and I send out reminders about homework, and this is just the past assignments. So, or the past reminders, sorry. So like today I sent this out at the end of school, and I said today was the last day for retakes. Come to E216 to retake the Module 9 test. And so I send these out, and I send a copy of the homework, which is just a link to the website, which would just be found like under Module 1. Or sometimes I send out announcements about grading or things like that. So if you want to receive those reminders, you can come to this class website and go to whatever class period your child is in, and there's like a join class button right there, and you can do it that way, or you can send me an email and I'll tell you how to do it. I also send out newsletters every week. So we're in September. So this is the one from last week. This is the one from this week. This is the one for next week. So I have a copy of those that I send out in an email. So yeah, that's just some of the things that you can find on the class website. There's also ways to contact me. So my email is tasha.myers@slcschools.org. This is also the Remind code for the Remind group. So you could just text this code to 81010. And that'll like enroll you in the class, and so you'll receive those reminders. And yeah, I really love teaching your kids, so I wanted to make a video about how to help support them at home. And I'll also be sending this out through Remind, so that parents who are already signed up can see how to use the class website as well. And if you have any questions, just let me know, and thanks for watching.